city holds its breath. Coffee's gone cold beside your hand, but you're not finished yet. Somewhere people dream in peace while you're keeping things alive. It's 3:17 a.m. The world is sleeping deep again, but you're still standing in the dim, holding up the weight of it. No applause, no shining stage, just quiet strength at this late hour. If no one says it, let me say you matter more than they know now. Always echo soft and low, highway stretching neon lines. Code keeps running, engines hum. You trade your sleep for time. When the sunrise paints the sky, they won't see what you survived. It's 3:17, and you're the reason things don't end. The world keeps dreaming on. You keep holding steady, strong. Thank you for staying awake. Thank you for staying awake.
Fluorescent lights above your head, soft footsteps down the hall. Monitors glowing silent blue, you answer every call. Coffee stains on paper cups, half a smile you wear. You move like you've done this before, but no one sees the care. While the city dreams in warm beds, you're holding fragile hands instead. You're the nurse on the midnight floor, when the world can't give any more. In the quiet between the alarms, you carry hearts in your arms. No spotlight, no applause, just courage without a pause. At 3 a.m. behind closed doors, you're the nurse on the midnight floor. Whispers in the darkened room, curtains drawn like night. You steady every trembling breath, you are someone's light. Tired eyes but steady hands, you never let it show. Even when the weight feels strong, you don't let go. The sunrise doesn't know your name, but healing doesn't need the fame. You're the nurse on the midnight floor, when the world can't give any more. In the silence before the face as long. You are steady, you are strong. No medals on your chest, just giving them your best. At 3 a.m. behind closed doors, you're the nurse on the midnight floor. Thank you for staying awake.
Blue light on an empty wall, lines of cold begin to crawl. Outside the city's fast asleep, but bugs don't rest, they run too deep. Cold coffee by your side, another error you can't hide. The clock blinks to 45, still chasing something undefined. While the world drifts in a dream, you debug silent things. It's blue screen, no 2:45. Still awake, still alive, in the glow of pixel light. Building worlds they'll use by daylight. No applause, no headline, just you and one more line. At 2:45 behind the code, you carry more than they will know. And quiet keys, midnight hum of memories. Deadlines whisper in your ear, but you're still perfectly clear. Stack traces on your mind, searching what you need to find. Every crash, every restart is just another form of art. The sunrise doesn't see a fight, but it runs because you write. It's blue screen, no 2:45. Still awake, still alive, in the silence of the night. Turning chaos into light. No cameras in your room, just ambition in the gloom. And 2:45 behind the code, you're stronger than you show. One more fix before you sleep, promises you always keep. When the morning traffic flows, no one sees the seeds you sow. It's blue screen, no 2:45. Eyes burning, but you drive through the dark of endless lines, chasing something undefined. No medals, no parade, just progress slowly made. At 2:45 behind the code, you build the world they love. Compile, run, breathe. Engine hums like a steady heart, white lines tearing dark apart. Dashboard glowing soft and low, miles ahead still left to go. Radio plays a distant song, you've been driving all night long. City lights fade in the rear, only open sky out here. While the world is fast asleep, keep promises you keep. On a highway under neon stars, carrying dreams keys in a steel frame car. No spotlight in the night so far. Just you and who you are. Rolling through the quiet air. No one sees but you still care. At 3 a.m. you drive that far. On a highway under neon stars. Gas station coffee, tired eyes, endless rolling open skies. Billboards flicker blue and red. Thoughts you never really said. Every mile a silent prayer, cold wind moving through the air. Somewhere someone waits for you. Morning's coming into view. Sunrise doesn't know your name, but you drive just the same. On a highway under neon stars. Past the cities and the bars. Through the dark you travel far. Stronger than the doubts you spark. No medals hanging on your chest. Just giving every mile your best. At 3 a.m. you drive that far. Taillights fading in the rain. Lonely doesn't mean in pain. There's a freedom in the sound of wheels on sacred ground. On a highway under neon stars, carrying futures near and far. When the night feels cold and hard, you keep driving through the dark. No cameras on this road, just courage in your soul. At 3 a.m. you drive that far. On a highway under neon stars. Steel and shadows on the floor. Clock strikes past 2, maybe more. Machines breathe out a steady tone. You stand but you're not alone. Concrete walls and safety lines, measured steps and measured time. Gloves pulled tight, you take your place. Another night, another race. While the city turns off its lights, yours burn steady through the night. Factory lights never sleep. Promises they always keep. In the hum of gears and heat, you're the pulse beneath the beat. No spotlight on your name, no headline, no acclaim. But when the morning starts to rise, it's built by hands like yours. doesn't see your face, but it wakes because you stayed. Factory lights never sleep. Through the silence, cold and deep, every bolt and every seam holds a worker's quiet dream. No metals pinned to chest, just giving every shift your best. When daylight fills the open sky, it stands because you didn't say goodbye. Tired eyes but steady hands, you build what no one understands. Not for glory, not for fame, just pride that doesn't need a name. Factory lights never sleep. Through the dark, you're what you keep. In the rhythm, cold and tight, you are strength inside the night. No cameras where you stand, just calloused heart and working hands. When morning breaks across the sky, it's brighter because you were there tonight.
Footsteps echo down the hall, shadows stretch along the wall, keys that jingle soft and low, every corner that you know. Cameras glowing small and red, empty rooms and lights half dead. City breathing far outside, you walk the silence like a tide. While the world forgets the night, you stand steady in the quiet. It's the security guard's quiet hour. No spotlight, no tower, just watching doors and watching time, making sure the dark stays kind. No headlines carry your name, no medals pinned for staying sane. But while they sleep without a sound, you're the reason peace is found. Elevator hums alone, marble floors and polished stone, reflections passing glass and steel. Only you know how it feels. Thermos warm inside your hand, another silent round you stand. Every lock and every gate, you hold the line, you stay up late. The sunrise doesn't see your face, but it rises in your place. It's the security guard's quiet hour, strength that doesn't need the power. In the stillness, cold and deep, you protect the ones who sleep. No cameras show your pride, just steady footsteps in the night. While the world forgets the dark, you are the steady beating heart. Lonely doesn't mean alone, this building feels like home. Every shadow that you trace knows the calm within your pace. It's the security guard's quiet hour, holding silence, strength and power. When the night feels twice as long, you stay steady, you stay strong. No applause when morning comes, no praise in anyone's songs, but peace was never just by chance. It stood because you took that stand. Thank you for standing watch. The sky turns silver, soft and slow. After hours you won't show. Streetlights fading, one by one. You're still awake to greet the sun. Coffee cups and tired eyes, neon ghosts and midnight skies. You made it through the longest night. Now morning breaks in quiet light, while others awake to start their day. You gave your night away. When sunrise feels different, when the light hits, it's different after holding on so long. Through the quiet and the wrong, no one saw the fights you faced. No one knew the strength it takes, but the sky knows what you've done. When sunrise feels different, hallways empty, engine still, code compiled, machines fulfilled. Highways calm and factory bright. You stood steady through the night. Now the golden edges glow on tired hands that don't let go. You walk outside into the day. Something in you's changed. The morning crowd will never see who kept the dark in harmony. When sunrise feels different, when the air moves different after giving all you had. Through the lonely and the bad, no applause, no parade, just another shift you made. Still the sky knows what you've done. When sunrise feels different, there's a peace in tired bones, in walking home alone. Not defeated, not undone, just quiet proof you've won. When sunrise feels different, when the world wakes, admits you're the reason it's that way. You protected night till day, no medals, no applause, just courage without pause. And the sky knows what you've done. When sunrise feels different, go rest now. You earn the morning.
Fluorescent fading into gray, another hour till break of day. Monitors glow in tired blue. The night has asked so much of you. Paper charts and whisper names, different faces, same old pain. Your steady hands that learn to care, like courage lives inside the air. While the city waits for light, you're holding on through one more fight. You're the last patient before dawn, the final battle holding on. In the silence of the room, hope is breathing in the gloom. No cameras see the tears you hide. No headlines for the strength inside. But when the morning sky is drawn, you were there before the dawn. Curtains shifting, quiet air, soft machines and whispered prayer. A fragile pulse beneath your hand. You help the heart remember how to stand. Coffee cold but focus sharp. Every rhythm, every spark. The world outside begins to wake, but you still give for someone's sake. The sunrise doesn't know your name, but healing never needed fame. You're the last patient before dawn, when every ounce of sleep is gone. In the dim fluorescent light, you turn fear into fight. No spotlight in these halls, just steady strength that never falls. When morning paints the sky in gold, you're braver than you'll ever be told. If this night is all they know, you make sure they're not alone. In the quiet, in the ache, you give more than you take. You're the last patient before dawn, when the night feels twice as long. Through exhaustion, through the strain, you stand steady through the pain. No medals on your chest, just giving them your best. When the daylight carries on, you were there before the dawn. Go rest, you saved another morning.
Streetlights humming silver lines, midnight drawing quiet signs. Windows dark in every home, but you're still standing on your own. Coffee cups and tired eyes, neon roads and silent skies. Different places, different dreams, held together by unseen things. While the city drifts away, you give your night to someone's day. While the world sleeps, you stay awake, holding the line for someone's sake. No spotlight shines, no crowds applaud, but morning stands because you stood in every hall, on every street, behind each door, in steady feet. The dark is softer than it seems, because you're while the world sleeps. Hospital rooms and factory floors, highway miles and office doors, silent rounds and glowing screens. Life is louder than it seems. You trade your rest for fragile hope. You find your strength when others don't. Not for glory, not for fame, just because someone has to stay. The sunrise doesn't know your name, but it rises just the same. While the world sleeps, you stay awake, carrying weight they never take. No medals hang, no fluorescent fading into gold. Another story quietly told. Footsteps crossing in the hall, morning answering the call. Coffee cups and patient charts, tired eyes but steady hearts. Night was long but you held on. Now the edge of dark is gone. Headlights passing down the street, changing guards and trading seats. Different faces, same old fight, passing torches into light. While the sky begins to glow, you let the weight of midnight go. Your shift change at first light, you made it through the night. No trumpet sound, no grand goodbye, just silver turning into sky. Yeah, the silence to the day, then slowly walk away. When the sun begins to rise, it shines in tired eyes. Hospital doors and factory gates, server logs and shipping crates, highway miles and marble floors, security rounds and closing doors. You sign your name and clear your screen, explain the things that can't be seen. The quiet battle, small and deep, the promises you had to keep. The morning crowd will never know how heavy midnight used to flow. It's a shift change at first light, the dark gives up the fight. Another team now takes the floor. You've given all and maybe more. No medals pinned in place, just sunlight on your face. When the world begins again, you've already held the line. There's something sacred in this hour, not loud, not proud, but quiet power. You walk outside into the air and feel the proof that you were there. Not defeated, not undone, just finished with what had to be done. Knowing you didn't leave, and when the city starts to move, it stands because of you. In the calm before the day, you gave the dark away. Go home, rest easy. Go home, rest easy. Midnight breeze and shades of blue, windows dark but not for you. Somewhere clocks keep quiet time, somewhere steady hearts align. Hospital halls and factory floors, highway lines and office doors. Security walks marble stone, warehouse aisles you call your own. Headsets glowing in the dark, runway lights like distant sparks. Different uniforms and names, different stories, different pains. But underneath the neon sky, there's a truth you can't deny. When the silence settles deep, someone always has to keep while the world drifts into dreams. You stand steady in between, holding the night together through any kind of weather. No spotlight in your hands, still you help the morning stand. No camera see the fight, no headlines in the light, but peace exists because you never let it fall apart. In every unseen hour, there's quiet strength and power. The dark is softer than it seems, because you're holding it together. Coffee cold and tired bones, silence shifts and ringing phones, engines humming far away. You trade your rest for someone's day. Every lock and every code, every patient, every load, every mile and every scale, proof inside a working hand. The sunrise doesn't know your name, but it rises just the same, because somewhere in the deep you decided not to sleep. While the city fades to gray, you carry midnight into day. Holding the night together through pressure and through pressure, through static air and steel, through everything you feel. No medals on your chest, just giving it your best. And when the sky begins to rise, it's brighter through your tired eyes. In every unseen hour, there's quiet strength and power. The dark is kinder than it seems, because you're holding it together. As no one says the words, let this be what you heard. You were stronger than you showed, more important than you know. Every promise that you keep is a promise someone sleeps. When the weight is twice as tight and the clock won't move at night, still you stand and still you care, still you're always there. Holding the night together, now and forever, through every doubt and fear. You keep tomorrow near. No loud parade, no shining crown, but when the sun comes up in town, in every hall, on every street, behind closed doors and steady feet, the morning wakes from what you keep, because you held the night together. Go rest now, we've got the light from here. Stealing shadow, midnight air, quiet proof that you were there. Before the gold begins to rise, work is done where darkness lies. Concrete floors and loading bays, measured steps and heavy days. Forklifts moving slow and wide, engines humming like a tide.
Lines of code and glowing blue, plans and parts and something new. Every bolt and every seam starts inside a midnight dream. While the city drifts in sleep, your promise is the daylight keeps. Built before morning comes, before the traffic runs, before the storefront lights, before the paper headlines. No cameras catch your name, no banner for your claim, but everything they touch at noon was built before morning comes. Warehouse aisles and server rooms, silent sparks in hidden gloom. Blueprints folded on a desk, dust that settles on a vest. You trade your rest for steady hands, for quiet work that always stands. Through metal wire, glass and flame, you sign your effort without a name. The sunrise doesn't see your face, but it stands in your place. Built before morning comes, through pressure and through hum, through cold fluorescent light, through every unseen fight. No metal on your chest, just giving it your best. And when the world begins to run, it runs on what you've done. There's honor in the unseen, and every in-between. Not loud, not proud, not shown, but carved in steel and stone. You don't need the crowd, you don't need it loud. You only need to know you help tomorrow grow. Built before morning comes, before the rising sun, before the city wakes, before the daylight breaks. No spotlight in the sky, still your work stands high. And when the day is fully grown, it stands on what you've sown. Built before morning comes, quiet hands stronger than drums. When the world begins to run, it runs on what you've done. Go home, you already moved the world. Midnight breathing, steel and blue. Another hour belongs to you. While quiet streets forget your name, you step into the dark like flame. The resting lights and engine sound, concrete floors and hollow ground, screens still glowing in the night. You stand steady in the fight, heavy eyes but steady hands, holding lines no one understands. No crowd cheering where you stand, still you build, still you command. While the world is fast asleep, you're the promise that they keep. These are the hours no one sees, is silent strength beneath the streets. No spotlight burning down on you, still you do what heroes do. When the weight is twice as strong, you carry it and move along. No applause, no guarantee, but the world runs on what you believe. These are the hours no one sees, and they belong to
sees and they belong to you. If no one ever says the words, let this be what you have heard. You are stronger than the dark. You are more than just a spark. You are proof that hope survives in the quietest of lives. When the night feels twice as long, that's when you are most strong. That's when you are most strong. These are the hours no one sees the foundation of what will be. No parade when morning comes, still the rising sun is yours. When the city starts to move, it moves because of you. No spotlight, no decree, but the world runs quietly. On the hours no one sees. Stand tall, you are never invisible. Streetlights fading into gray. Another night you gave away. Footsteps echo through the air, proof that someone's always there. Hospital halls and factory floors, silent screens and loading docks. Highway miles beneath the stars, steel and glass and engine sparks. While windows darken every home, you carry weight that's not your own. No audience to see your face, still you stand in your place. While the world is fast asleep, you're the promise that they keep. Before the city wakes, before the daylight breaks, before the noise begins to rise, you're already standing in the fight. No spotlight on your name, no headlines for your flame. But when the morning finally comes, it stands on what you've done. Before the city wakes. Coffee cooling in your hand, tired bones but steady stand. Every code and every scan, every mile, every plan.
even if it never says it. "3 a.m. in silver light, empty streets, fluorescent white, footsteps in a hollow hall, echoes answering the call. Monitors glow in quiet blue, engines hum like they always do, forklifts roll and keyboards click. Another hour steady and thick. Security walks marble floors, headset whispers through closed doors. Highway lines stretch far and thin. The night feels wide, but you stand within while the world drifts far away. You hold the dark until the day. These are the echoes of the 3 a.m. shift. The weight you carry, the silent lift. No spotlight cutting through the night. Still you are the steady light in every hall and every street. And tired hands and aching feet. The morning stands, it always will on echoes of the 3 a.m. shift. Coffee cooling by your side, heavy eyes but steady stride. Every scan and every code, every mile on every road. No crowd cheering where you stand. No one fully understands how much strength it really takes to move the world before it wakes. The sunrise doesn't see your face, but it rises in your place. These are the echoes of the 3 a.m. shift. The quiet backbone of the city's lit. No metal shining in your hands. Still you help tomorrow stand. Through pressure, through doubt, through silence, stretched out. The daylight comes, strong and swift on echoes. The 3 a.m. shift. When the night feels twice as long, that's when you are most strong. When the world forgets your name, you still show up just the same. Not for glory, not for fame, not for praise or fleeting flame, but because someone must stay between the dark and break of day. These are the echoes of the 3 a.m. shift. The unseen force, the quiet gift. No parade when morning breaks. Still the city moves and wakes. And every sunrise burning bright, there's proof you stood through night. The world runs smooth and swift on echoes of the 3 a.m. shift. 3 a.m. fades into gold. You were there. Midnight breath on concrete walls, distant engines, radio calls. While windows fade to black and blue, there's still a world that moves in you. Hospital lights and quiet roads, warehouse aisles where no one goes. Security pacing marble halls, highway
sparks in hidden flame, cold compelling without a name. Headsets blinking in the dark, runway lights like distant sparks. Different uniforms, same result, different problems left to solve. When the silence settles deep, someone always has to keep. While the city turns away, you carry midnight into day. This is where the night still works, where silent strength never hurts. No spotlight cutting through the air, still you're always there. No headlines, no parade, just promises you made. And when the morning lifts its face, it stands because you stayed. This is where the night still works. Coffee cooling in your hand, heavy boots on polished land. Every scan and every chart, every load and every part. Through static calls and server tones, through steel and glass and tired bones. You trade your rest for someone's peace. You make the quiet never cease. The sunrise doesn't know your name, but it rises just the same. Because somewhere in the deep, you decided not to sleep. While the sky turns gray to gold, you let the night unfold. This is where the night still works, where unseen courage never breaks. No metal shining on your chest, still you give the world your best. Through pressure, doubt and strain, through silence and through pain. When daylight fills the streets, it walks on what you keep. This is where the night still works. There's honor in the unseen, in every in-between. Not loud, not proud, not shown, but carved in steel and stone. You don't need applause, you don't need a cause, you only need to know you help tomorrow grow. This is where the night